minutes.
All new tonight at 6 o'clock, a young driver is up and taking charge of a wayward school bus whose driver collapsed to the floor. Now, this scene unfolded near Calvary Christian Academy along Philmont Avenue in Northeast Philadelphia. That's where the 17-year-old girl goes to school. NBC 10's Deanna Durante is live tonight in Plymouth meeting with more on her heroic effort. Deanna.
Renee, the 51-year-old school bus driver who sadly didn't survive after collapsing yesterday afternoon worked here for First Student Transportation in Plymouth Meeting. Now, his coworkers say they are stunned by his sudden death, but at the same time, they're putting plans in the works to honor the 17-year-old they say avoided a much larger tragedy.
I just realized, there's no one driving this bus. I need to do something.
17-year-old Grace Ann Rumors being called a hero after steering her school bus out of oncoming traffic yesterday afternoon and bringing it to a rest along the side of a busy roadway.
I just heard this loud noise, and I looked up, and there was no bus driver.
The driver, 51-year-old Charles Duncan, suffered a heart attack and fell to the floor as the bus was moving through the intersection of Philmont Avenue and Byberry Roads in Philadelphia's northeast.
It was just amazing that we didn't get hit or anything.
Amazing because the bus with more than 3 dozen kids aboard was drifting, she says, into oncoming traffic.
I usually panic at everything.
But not this time.
I reached over and I just grabbed the wheel and I pulled it over to the side and got off the road.
Once stopped, kids began calling for help and also placing calls to their school, Calvary Christian in Philadelphia.
She turned the bus and we got into the ditch, and then it was just that moment that we paused and we're like, someone call 911.
Shielding small children from the sight of Duncan on the floor, some kids began to pray for the 51-year-old who died later at the hospital.
He was a great guy, always had a great smile on his face. Kids loved him.
The sudden news of Duncan's death shocked parents and coworkers who say they're grateful to this 17-year-old who made sure the kids aboard the bus were safe.
We had 3 of our children on the bus along with dozens of other kids, and the outcome could have been much different. So she did something very heroic.
Rumor says she's not a hero. She says she was just the closest to the front of the bus who knew how to drive.
I've been doing driver's ed, so that really worked out well, but I just got my license less than 2 weeks ago.
Now, school officials at Calvary Christian Academy tell us they did have counselors meet with some of the students to help them deal with the loss. At the same time, they've also been fielding phone calls from the employer of the bus driver as well as other school districts congratulating them on what the 17-year-old student did. Reporting live in Plymouth Meeting, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
All right, Deanna, thank you. Incredible story. And now here's another one. Special forces swoop in and rescue